Chapter 3 Lock and Key. As you stand facing the mysterious door deep in the heart of Braidwood Manor, you feel cold fingers gripping your arm. You whirl in a panic, shaking off your attacker. Get off of me! Huh? Sorry, Miss Laurie. Simon? You really have to stop scaring me like that. I didn't mean to. You take some rapid, calming breaths and regain your composure. I know. I just didn't expect that. What are you doing out of bed anyway? I'm thirsty. Simon, what's behind that door? Simon looks suddenly uneasy. I don't know, but Eleanor says not to go near it. And we're never, ever supposed to unlock it. Do you have the key? Simon pulls a burnished antique key out of his pocket and holds it out for you to see. Simon's key. We all have one. You turn your attention back towards the door and notice that there are 4 locks keeping it shut. 4 keys for 4 locks, 1 for each of the Waverleys. I'll have to get my hands on all of them if I want to find out what Eleanor's hiding. Miss Laurie, why are you out of bed? I was just sleepwalking. Can you promise not to tell Eleanor about it? It will be our little secret. Okay. Now, let's get you something to drink, and then it's back to bed. You put an arm around Simon's shoulder and lead him back out of the hallway, throwing one last look back at the locked door. I'll be back for you later. The following morning, you wake in the guest bedroom of Braidwood Manor and get dressed for the day. Guess it wasn't all a dream. As you make your way downstairs, you bump into Eleanor on the 2nd floor landing. Good morning, Laurie. I was wondering if you'd ever get out of bed. What do you mean? What time is it? 10 o'clock or so? Oh, sorry. I should have been up to help with breakfast, huh? It would have been nice, but not necessary. Okay. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you? There's nothing right now. Feel free to spend the morning as you see fit. The children would love to spend time with you, if you'd like. Oh, what if I want to spend the morning with you? Eleanor blushes, turning suddenly shy. With me? Oh, well. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you nervous. You didn't make me nervous. I find that hard to believe. Eleanor's blush deepens further. It's okay, Eleanor. If you don't want to spend time with me, that's not it at all. It's just that... Just that what? I have to go. I'm sorry. Eleanor hurries up the stairs past you, her long skirts fluttering behind her. You continue downstairs and step into the parlor, where Simon sits on the floor, poring over a wood-framed case. Morning, Simon. What's that you got there? Good morning, Miss Laurie. Here, take a look. You lean over his shoulder and see that the case is full of glittering butterflies, jeweled beetles, and fuzzy moths, all affixed to the backing with tiny pins. Oh wow! Is this your bug collection? insect collection. And yes, it's mine. Did you catch all of these? All the ones that are native to this region. Father brought the others home for me when he traveled. See the scorpion? She came all the way from Egypt. You must know a lot about bugs, huh? Sorry, insects. I know everything about them. I've read almost all the books in our library. When I grow up, I want to be an entomologist. Wow, big word. Thanks. Do you like insects? Do I like insects? I think they're fascinating. When I was your age, I spent hours watching ladybugs and roly-polies in my parents' garden. Why did you stop? I don't know. I guess I grew up. How sad. I hope that never happens to me. Simon. What? What's wrong? It's nothing. Never mind. Look, there was actually something I wanted to talk to you about. Is it about last night? And the door? It is. And more importantly, that key you showed me. What about it? Do you think I could maybe borrow it? Simon looks uneasy, and his hand goes to the pocket where you know he keeps his key. I don't know, Laurie. Eleanor said not to unlock the door. Simon, I need to know what's behind that door. What if it's something scary? What if it's a ghost? Then I'll find a way to deal with it. Better than being afraid, right? Maybe. But still, Eleanor said... Look, Simon, I wish I could explain this better. All I can say is that it will all make sense one day. I promise. Well, okay. I'll let you borrow my key. On one condition. What's that? Simon taps a blank space in a row of grey and brown moths. See this? This is where I put my Opera brumata. If I had one. Opera what? Opera brumata, also known as the winter moth. I've seen them flying around our house before, but only up in the attic. So what's the problem? Why don't you go up there and catch one? Because I'm... Simon looks at the floor, embarrassed, and mumbles something. What did you say? I'm scared of the attic. Oh. Why? Nothing to be ashamed of. Attics are scary. That's what makes them attics. But you can't be brave if you're not scared first, right? You're right. But I would still like you to come with me, just in case. A short while later, you and Simon stand in an upstairs hallway with a trapdoor in the ceiling, each of you carrying a butterfly net. You tug on a rope and the trapdoor opens. A ladder slides down from the opening, along with a thick cloud of dust. Ugh! What was the last time anyone went up there? I don't know. There's just a bunch of old junk, so we usually don't bother. You climb up the ladder and emerge in the darkened attic, then turn to pull Simon up behind you. He sticks close to you, his small hand curled tightly in yours. See? I told you it was scary. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm here. Thanks, Laurie. You peer through the gloom at the accumulated bric-a-brac, your eyes searching for any sign of movement. curiosity. What does this moth look like? How will I... Shh! What? Simon points at an upturned chair to your right, where a dusky moth hangs by its legs, nearly blending into the wood grain. Ah, the winter moth. There it is. How did you spot that? Shh! Sorry. You draw closer to the moth, raising your net slowly. You carefully creep up on the moth and swing your butterfly net down with a thud. Ha! Gotcha! The moth goes into a panic, beating its wings against the mesh of the net, but it can't break free. You did it, Laurie! Now let's get out of here before I get scared again. As Simon starts back down the ladder, you notice a dark shape in the shadowy recesses of the attic, and your blood runs cold. Who's there? Come on, Laurie, let's go! Shh! I think I see something. You step deeper into the attic, the wooden floorboards creaking beneath your feet. As you draw closer, the figure lurches out of the shadows at you. You stumble backward and fall hard against the floorboards. Laurie! Get off me! You thrash on the floor as Jonathan's weight presses down on you, your eyes shut tight. Laurie! It's just a mannequin! Huh? You open your eyes to find a mannequin wearing a velvet dinner jacket on top of you, its blank face inches from your own. But I thought... Let's just go, okay? I could have sworn I saw my brother. Am I going crazy? You shove the mannequin off you and take one last look at the darkened corner of the attic before following Simon down the ladder. A short while later, you and Simon return to the parlor and you breathe a sigh of relief. Sorry if I scared you, Simon. I don't know what happened back there. It's okay. Told you the attic was a scary place. Yeah. Let's just focus on your insect collection. I need to think about something else. Simon looks from the blank space in his collection to the moth in the butterfly net, frowning. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just... Father usually did this part. I don't know if I want to kill him. But if I don't, I have to let him go. This way he always stays the same forever, and I'll never have to say goodbye. I think you should let him go. But my collection... You don't have to kill insects to admire them, right? They're so much more interesting when they're alive. You're right. Let's let him go. Simon goes to the window and cracks it open just an inch, enough for the moth to flutter out into the wild. Thanks for helping me, Laurie. I'm not afraid of the attic anymore. Well, not as much. It's a process. Now, do you think I could borrow that key? You hold out your hand, and Simon drops the key into your palm. Simon's key. It's heavier than I expected. Thank you, Simon. You're welcome. You leave the parlor and search the manor for Clarissa, finding her in the dining room with a journal open before her. Laurie, we missed you at breakfast. Did you sleep in? Yeah, I guess. I was more tired than I thought. What are you working on? Oh, this? It's nothing. Come on, you can tell me. Are you writing a story? Clarissa blushes as you sit down beside her. Poetry, actually. It's for a boy. His name's Edmund. He works in a shop in town. Oh, I see. Do you have any, advice for getting him to notice me? Actually, I prefer girls. Oh, really? How adventurous. Adventurous? I have to admit, that wasn't the reaction I was expecting. I thought you would be more scandalized. Well, a lot of people in town might react like that. But I think Sapphism is very modern and sophisticated. You bite back a laugh and nod. I'm glad you agree. Sorry I can't be more helpful with your boy problem. Don't be silly. Boys aren't so different from girls, after all, despite what Thomas thinks. I was thinking of sending Edmund a poem in the mail to tell him how I feel. I know it's a little bold, but I so love to write poetry. In that case, I think it's a wonderful idea. What do you have so far? That's just the problem. I just can't seem to put my feelings into words. Everything comes out sounding stupid and childish. Maybe you could write about how he makes you feel when you see him. Well, I get very nervous, and my heart starts to beat faster. And it becomes so difficult to get even the simplest words out. Like he's still in my voice or something. That sounds like a good place to start. You're right. How about this? You tend a shop, but are a thief, for you have stolen my voice from me. I like it. Keep going. The words don't come, and so I write. What's a good rhyme for write? Let me think. The words don't come, and so I write by the flickering candlelight. But it's daytime. I'm not writing this by candlelight. So, candles are romantic. It doesn't have to be totally realistic. Okay. Let's change the rhyme scheme for the last bit. How about, when the sun burns out and the earth turns cold, and all the flowers bow their heads, I think on things I left untold. Clarissa taps her pen on the paper, trying to think of a rhyme. I think of what I left untold, and all the words that went unsaid. That's great! You're so good at this, Laurie. Hardly. You're the poet here, I'm just helping. Let's see what you've got. Read it back to me. Clarissa holds the journal out in front of her and clears her throat. You tend a shop, but are a thief, for you have stolen my voice from me. The words don't come, and so I write by the flickering candlelight. When the sun burns out and the earth turns cold, and all the flowers bow their heads, I'll think of what I left untold, and all the words that went unsaid. So, what's next? Well, I either mail it, or I get nervous and throw it in the fire. Surely there's a middle ground here. I think you should set it aside for now. Sometimes it's best to get your feelings out on paper, then find a way to say them in real life. Interesting. I think I'll do that. Although, come to think of it, I'm not sure when I'll see Edmund next. It feels like it's been forever since we went into town. Clarissa frowns, a faraway look in her eye. Well, I'm sure it just seems that way. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, I guess. Clarissa shakes her head, and her usual smile returns to her face. Thanks for helping me, Laurie. I wish I had some way to repay you. You might, actually. You know those keys you and your siblings have? You know about those? I do. And I was wondering if I could borrow yours, just for a day or two. I want to say yes, Laurie. Really, but... Eleanor told you not to? She was very emphatic about it. Clarissa, I think there's something weird going on at Braidwood Manor. And I need those keys to find out what. Can you help me? You know, I have noticed some strange noises at night. And Simon seems to think there's some kind of ghost or something in the house. I don't know what to make of any of this, but I'll help you. Clarissa pulls an antique key like Simon's from a pocket of her dress and pushes it across the table to you. Clarissa's key. Thank you, Clarissa. Look, if you're going to try to convince Thomas to give you his key, I should warn you. He's not exactly the generous type, and he certainly doesn't share my high opinion of you. Well, maybe I can change his mind. Very funny, Laurie. Just then, Eleanor steps into the dining room, and you quickly slip the key out of sight. Oh, hi, Eleanor. Eleanor narrows her eyes suspiciously. Someone looks guilty. What have you two been up to? We were just writing poetry. Laurie was helping me with a poem I'm working on. That's wonderful. I didn't know you were a poet, Laurie. Neither did I, actually. I suppose we all have our secrets. Laurie, would you come with me for a moment? Of course. You follow Eleanor out to the foyer, where she pauses before the manor doors. Laurie, about this morning. I'm sorry I ran off. I didn't expect that, that's all. Don't be sorry. I'm the one who should apologize. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Eleanor looks over her shoulder at you, a slight smile curving her lips. You didn't make me uncomfortable. Before you can reply, Eleanor throws open the manor doors and strides out into the wintry landscape beyond. You hurry to keep up. Where are we going? Nowhere in particular. I just wanted to take a turn about the grounds and thought you might like to join me. Was I wrong? No. You walk alongside Eleanor down the front steps of Braidwood Manor, the snow falling gently around you. Wow, it's so beautiful out here. Eleanor looks up at the sky and nods. A snowflake lands in her hair and stays there, unmelting. Laurie, I would like us to get to know one another better. My father always said that no friendship is truly sealed until you've shared a secret with each other. Perhaps we can do just that. What do you think? I think that sounds wonderful. I was hoping you would say that. Come with me. You follow Eleanor across the grounds until you come to a frozen fountain. Eleanor sits on the rim and pats the spot beside her. Laurie, can I ask you a personal question? Of course. Your brother, what happened to him? You avert your eyes, your throat suddenly closing up. I'm sorry, that was a terrible thing to ask. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. It's okay. I'm ready to talk about it. You look out across the wide expanse of snow, your eyes prickling with hot tears. He died in a car crash. It was around Christmas, and he was home for the holidays. I was still in high school then. We were actually going to be at the same college this year. He was driving back home after a holiday party, and he just went off the road. The same road he had driven 1,000 times. What was different this time? He falls silent, and Eleanor looks abashed. I'm so sorry, Laurie. You don't have to tell me that if you don't want to. I know what it's like to lose loved ones. There's nothing harder. You nod, blinking back tears. Eleanor lays her hand on top of yours and smiles sadly. But at least you have your health, right? You laugh in spite of yourself. You have a funny way of looking at things. Being dead will do that to you. Eleanor. Don't look so gloomy. I was just trying to lighten the mood. Speaking of which, I suppose it's my turn to share a secret. This should be good. I can't imagine what sort of secrets a ghost might have. I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. It's rather embarrassing, actually. Eleanor looks down, her fingers fidgeting with the end of her braid. You see, I've never been kissed before. That's your big secret? Huh. Disappointed? On the contrary, I think we should change that. You lean in and press a gentle kiss to Eleanor's lips. Laurie, Should I not have done that? You start to back away when Eleanor pulls you close, her mouth finding yours. You close your eyes as she lays her other hand against your cheek. Wow, that was unexpected. Eleanor takes your hand shyly and pulls you up from the fountain, turning towards the forest on the edge of the estate. Come on, there's something I want to show you. You follow Eleanor across the grounds of Braidwood Manor and pass under a canopy of twisted branches. Where are we going? You'll see. It's not far now. You come to a graveyard at the edge of the woods. Overhead, a lone raven peers down its beak at you. What is this place, Eleanor? This is the family plot, Laurie, where my siblings and I are buried. But why are we here? I come here sometimes to be alone. There's something oddly comforting about it. It's bittersweet, I suppose, to know that my siblings and I are down there, under the earth, where no one can hurt us again. I know it's odd, but it makes me feel safe, somehow. Oh, I think I know what you mean. After what happened to you, I can see how this would be comforting. I knew you would understand. That's why I wanted to share this place with you. You walk slowly through the small cemetery, reading each headstone in turn. Don't the children ever come here? How can they not know that they're dead when this is just outside their door? I've forbidden them from going too far beyond the manor. And they obey you? For the most part. I once caught Simon looking for dragonflies by the pond, but otherwise they're very well behaved. If any of them were to find this place, I'm not sure what I would do. You come to 2 headstones close together, with the names William and Rose. Are these your parents? Your father's date of death is 5 years after the rest of yours. Yes, he was the one who found us. It destroyed him. He left for Northbridge and eventually drank himself to death. They brought him home for the burial. I'm so sorry, Eleanor. It's quite alright. He was a wonderful father when I was still alive. I'll always have those memories of him. And your mother? Eleanor's expression goes suddenly cold, and she turns to leave, her thick braids swinging behind her. Don't bother mourning her. That grave is empty. What? Eleanor strides off into the woods, leaving you standing alone in the cemetery. Eleanor, wait! If Eleanor's mother died the same day as her children, where's the body? And where is her ghost now?